Make the song cry.
Say that shit, bro.
Mrs. Jones raised me as one of her own. See, her son was like my brother, and she never distinguished the difference between one another and her son. See, we went to high school together. At first, we didn't even like each other. Me, because he thought I was Italian. He never met a Mexican before him because I thought he looked like an earthworm. And he looked that way because Mrs. Jones is black Panamanian. His dad is Boston white, making him look pink. Plus, the acne he had on his face at the time was deep, making me think he looked like an earthworm. See, Mrs. Jones raised me as one of her own, and I remember spending nights at their home like a vagabond after fights with my folks, but that was just the Joneses. They would never turn away a dreamer on the run like a halfway house, and they never asked how long you were staying based on time, but how you feel. She would ask me, do you feel better today, son? Do you feel like talking to them? But nothing was a free ride, so like her son, I'd wake up early and help mow the lawn, or get the dog shit out of Mrs. Jones's garden, back when her garden lacked an experienced green thumb, but if you see that garden now, it looks beautiful. Because she never gave up on those rose bushes, lilacs, and cacti like she never gave up on us. And while we worked, Mr. Jones would barbecue for Sunday football. Mrs. Jones throwing some Panamanian soul food in the mix. I'm talking grilled chicken, rice, and plantains, or spare ribs with greens, rice, and plantains, or any main entree you can possibly side with plantains. They always had enough to feed their family of 5 plus 1, or any other dreamers on the run. Cause see, her son was supposed to graduate the same year as me, but he messed up. He was supposed to graduate from the same high school as me, but he messed up. When I asked if he was going to college, he said nah. He said he was joining the service because school was a disservice and it never really served a purpose, so the earthworm split. And when I think back on those times, I realize how lucky I was. When I see I never had friends, I had family. Family who sticks up for each other like good ideas or pragmatic lies. Cause I lie to my homie when he calls from the desert, a hell of a long distance, needing to get away from wherever he's at. So when he calls me up, he asks, yo, dude, you hit the club last night? I lie and say, yeah, homie, and I was there with like 3 banging ass chicks, when it was more like 1. Or, yo, homie, you gotta see my girlfriend, she's a dime piece when she's really just a solid 7. But it boosts his spirits beyond war zones like rocket fuel to get away from wherever he's at. So when he calls me back, he asks, yo, dude, next time I come through, holla at those 3 girlies for me, or talk to your girlfriend, introduce me when I come back. But it helps him get by. And he's family to me, so I lie. Those sometimes lies that we call charming. Those sometimes lies that help someone from really losing it, because nobody is an island, but we make a great one. Sticking together like a bank of Komodo dragons on the Galapagos. Yo, you, your moms and pops and me, we're family, even if that's a lie. And I still come back to visit Mrs. Jones, especially now that I'm doing good. Now that the ring that Jack and Coke put around my eye is gone, and the villain of bad decisions is lifted, I let her know just how my days are. That I'm not married. And I'm always here to come and help get the dog shit out her garden until her son comes back home. Even if that's a lie.